How do you do, everyone? You know who I am, your chief slop operator, supreme misfit professional dipshit, ETTemplar, and we're looking at some of the least threatening dudes to make threats. So this first guy, oh, what you need? What you need? A little snuggie? You need a little snuggie there, probably pissy pussy pants. All right, let's see what this guy has to say, huh?
Violence is the answer. Stop telling us it's not. It's the only way that these types of regimes have ever been overthrown. It's never been through peaceful protest or contacting your congressperson or your senator. It's violence. It's always violence. So prepare yourself.
So the ironic thing about this is this guy probably shit and pissed his fucking pants on January 6th. He's probably all these people like, about the darkest days since 9/11. Right? But see how quickly it switches from, oh, that was insurrection and sedition, to now openly engaging in insurrection and seditious speech. But this is the only fucking giant pussy we got threatening violence. Let's go to the next one. All right.
So when are we getting a...
All right, now this guy, to his credit, he actually looks kind of unhinged, but looks can be deceiving.
So when are we getting a big group of folks together to, like, storm Alligator Alcatraz? I mean, shit's shoddily built, and there's definitely way more people that oppose that than support it. I mean, death camps are operating right under our noses.
Death camps is a bit much. They're detention facilities. But then again, this is the madness of the left, where they retcon the reality in which we live. Because the goal of these motherfuckers is to ignite stochastic terrorism against Republicans and conservatives, or just anyone who's against them, because they see this us versus them mentality. And, you know, everyone who's not part of the group or the in crowd are Nazi fascists. So the goal when they speak like this is to hopefully get the word out to some lone fucking lunatic to commit a mass act of terror and violence, and it doesn't matter who they hit, because then they can also stand upon the deaths and be like, oh, we need to ban guns, right? Because everything that ends, you know, the ends justify the means or whatever. But let's see what else this fucking soy Unabomber has to say.
With our tax dollars, and this is the most armed country in the history of the world.
Well, unfortunately for you, most of your camp on the left don't really believe in guns, so when you're speaking out to all the people with guns, that's mostly the conservatives, libertarians, and people who own guns, and they're not going to go commit acts of terrorism or seditious or treason on behalf of your ass that doesn't even see them as human beings to begin with. And that's also the double-edged sword in which you cut yourself with when you say everything against you is a Nazi and like fascist, because you've already kind of separated and pissed those people off. Not that they would carry out attacks or terrorist attacks in your political idealism, but then again, it's all bark and no bite more times than not with people like this.
Where is the armed resistance, and how do we organize it? Obviously, we can't organize it here on this app. That's just been kowtowing to fascists since January completely.
Okay, but before then, under Biden, when it was censoring conservatives, or during Obama, when it was censoring conservatives, it was all fine and dandy because it was your policies and your politics that was doing it. You see how this like flip happens when they do it's all fine, fine and dandy, but when conservatives do it in the name of national security or whatever, then it's fascism and Nazism. But anyways.
Or any meta apps. I mean, the people that built these smartphones and own these apps.
And you have to keep in mind, too, that people who speak like this, even to the leftoids out there and Marxists and cultural Marxists who feel as if this is a Nazi fascist country, to you guys, I will give you this warning that most of these guys here probably are feds hoping you do something. So they could throw you in fucking jail and make an example of you. And this goes to the hard people on the hard right. Whenever you have someone condoning and insinuating violence, they're more than likely a federal fucking informant, hoping to get you to do something so they can have a political scapegoat, so they can lock your ass in a rape dungeon for sedition and treason. And that's kind of what happened with January 6th too. Is you had a whole bunch of voices that riled people up and got them arrested, thrown in jail for 500 days, where they were tortured, denied food. Some of these people were beaten almost to death, and some were beaten to death. Some were killed in prison. So, uh, if you're political extremists, just know that when you see shit like this on TikTok or Twitter or anything, it's more than likely some glow in the dark piece of shit.
We're at the fucking inauguration.
Oh.
So remember that for any organizing you do try to do online or with smartphones. Maybe we need to go back to CB radios or something.
No, they can still track you with CB radios. Believe it or not, they can still triangulate you if you're using shitty like dollar store walkie talkies. Okay, dude. But that's number two. But I think this third one is just so rich because this guy is like the epitome of a soy infused ghoul. A ghoul.
I'm gonna say this very clearly. This might get me banned or restriction, but this is bigger than that. So this is what I'm asking. Anyone in Texas that's against this shit, that's armed, get to the State House and demand the release of Nicole Collier. If they will not release her, then you know what? Shoot them fucking dead because they're fucking taking her hostage. This is against the law. This is an act of terrorism. A1.
That sounds kind of seditious and insurrectiony to me, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know about you, but that kind of sounds a little bit seditiony and insurrectiony. Ooh boy. Oh boy, he's a threat to our democracy. Haul him off to jail.
Trying to keep Nicole Collier from leaving the State House is a terrorist. They're an enemy of the state. They need to be shot fucking dead.
Shot fucking dead. Let's just hear that one more time. That's the most effeminate threat I've ever heard in my fucking life.
State, they need to be shot fucking dead. Be a good Samaritan. Put these fucking terrorists down unless they agree to release her.
Be a good Samaritan. Yeah, and so that's three soy-fisted, soy-infused, soy-fisted. There's probably a little bit of that going too, let's be honest. Soy-infused goblins who, again, talk is cheap on the internet, and it's no so cheaper when you're insinuating violence and political insurrection, terrorism, and stuff like that. But regardless, I hope the Secret Service and FBI visits these fucks. And, regardless, even if they are, I'm, laughing at them, joking at them, I thought we lived in a country in which insurrectionists and seditionists were brought to justice. Of course, I'm playing on that because it's ironic because, these three fucks were, again, you preface the beginning, were shitting and pissing their fucking pants when January 6th happened and how they says attack on democracy when now they're doing the same thing and advocating terrorism and stochastic terrorism against their opponents. And it's and if you notice the commonality, none of these guys said they would or that they would put forward the capital of their own life and fortune and freedom of it. They're always saying, will someone please, or we, use this we shit. When in reality, these three men probably never will have the balls to do anything, because most people who are crazy and unhinged don't need to make stupid fucking videos like, terrorism, shoot them, gun them down in the streets. Or even when politicians say, fight in the streets, it's easy to say shit like that when you don't have to be held to account for it, really. And hopefully you found these three fools interesting and the double standard and the hypocrisy that comes with this. Because, if there was any conservative or libertarian that championed the same thing, they'd follow the same attack vector they did with January 6th. seditionist, treasonous, right? So anyways, leave a like, leave a dislike, comment your thoughts below, and there's links in the description down below and at the end. Thanks for watching. See you next time. God bless. Stay happy, stay healthy, and watch out out there because